So we went to Scotland, and we were sort of just driving through random towns, and we come to this town, and I think I was a bit stroppy. I think from the plane had an earache, and I was very angry and just being all around rude and horrible. And my dad looks over for things to sort of, like, you know, when parents are scanning for things to scare you with, and he sees the most amazing thing to scare me with. He sees this weird miniature tower thing that looked exactly like a pepper pot that you see in an Italian restaurant, and he says, "Son, if you don't behave, I'm going to lock you up there, and you are only going to have bread and water." I say, "I don't believe you. You know you're not going to do that." He says, "The next place we stop at, I'm going to get someone to tell you about it." And that, you know, that scared me. I still kind of wonder what on earth that thing is, but thankfully you're not allowed to go in there once you've reached the age of 11, and I'm now 15, so I'm completely fine.
I'm from a country called Latvia. My great grandparents would often have me staying at their house, which is a multi-story building, and across from that there is a very big forest that stretches on for miles. My great grandparents would often take me for walks around the area near the forest. However, my great grandfather always told me that I must never run off into the woods, especially after dark. He told me that in the forest there are forest mermaids with a hair as long as tree branches, and they would lure the little kids in, and by either singing or talking to them, and when they got them far enough from their relatives, they would smack them with bricks. So when he told me the reason why, it scared me up until this day, really. But as a child, I remember imagining these big, scary, dark figures with long hair and orange eyes. For some reason, my imagination played a trick, and I imagined them with these glowing eyes. It was enough to keep me out of the forest. Yeah.
Instead of Father Christmas in Holland, we have St. Nicholas on the 5th of December. That's when it's his birthday. And he was a bishop who would come over from Spain on the boat to Holland, and he would go over the roofs, white horse, and drop the presents through the chimney. And the Black Knights would walk around for about a month, listening at the windows to see if he was naughty. And when sometimes St. Nicholas would come and visit you, and he had a golden book, and if he was in the golden book, you was good and get your presents. But if he was in the black book, then Zwarte Piet, he was called, that was his helper, would get his big sack out, put you in the sack, and then they would take you back to Spain, and you would work in the toy factory, and all you would get was bread and water. So you was really, really scared in case that would happen. Leading up to St. Nicholas, if you're naughty, sometimes you could hear a rattle on the window, and that was Black Pete warning you, or you could hear a chain. So you'd all run upstairs and hide.